Okay, I am now unmuted and delighted to be here. And thank you, all of you, for being here and remaining um, poets of I love that now I don't remember exactly the art of language. So welcome to everybody. And um, just recently, I visited the Asian Art Museum in San Francisco, and I made peonies out of colored paper, pink colored paper. Such a gentle thing to do in a world full of aggression and war, divisiveness and chaos. I cut pink paper to make pink flowers, peonies, to set under an oil painting I have at home, a Chinese painting of peonies, and then to give to my grandsons. Thich Nhat Hanh once wrote, "In the garden of my heart the flowers of peace bloom beautifully." There is a rather lovely story of the Peace Rose, which serendipitously marked the end of World War II and the beginning of the United Nations. It was a French horticulturalist, Francis Maillard, who cultivated the delicate creamy rose etched in pink. It was 1935, and war was threatening. Francis sent cuttings of his flower to friends everywhere, afraid his creation might get lost in a war. One shipment made it to the United States. On April 29, 1945, the rose was named the Peace Rose, in hopes of peace for the world. That same day, Berlin fell, and the conference to establish the United Nations began in San Francisco, each delegate receiving a peace rose, an expression of the hope that beauty and peace could survive in a shattered world. Our world is shattered again as bombs destroy children and their families, leaders of nations, imperfect, yet allowing greater stability than war can ever bring. We ask for gardens rather than bombs, for love rather than hate. Perhaps we need a flower power movement as we had against the Vietnam War in the 1960s and 70s, or the 1974 Portuguese Carnation Revolution, when a dictatorship was overthrown and no one was injured, no shots fired. A new constitution was enacted and colonialism in Africa condemned. The military in Portugal were responsible for the bloodless revolution. I heard the story of a young boy who proudly stood between his father and another soldier with carnations in the barrels of their rifles. The coup took place on a single day, April 25, 1974, when Portugal's Estado Novo dictatorship was overthrown by lower-ranking army officers who refused to fire when ordered by officers loyal to the dictatorship. The citizens adorned the troops with red and white carnations. With the overthrow of the regime of Marcelo Caetano came also the end of colonial wars in Africa and freedom for the former colonies Angola, Mozambique, Guinea-Bissau. As we all know, it wasn't really over forever, but that was a beautiful moment. 4 people were killed by Secret Service firing into the crowd, but Portugal became a democracy. The people of Portugal and their colonies in Africa were finally free. And a good moment in history, and unfortunately, history continues to make mistakes, but we are all part of that. And I have here I ended this with we see the blossoming of trees in San Francisco and throughout the Northwest and understand the power of springtime, the power of flowers, the re-beginning of things. We pray that flowers in springtime may have the power to end wars. Thank you.